Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Freshly Grounded. And guys, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that we got a new set. Alhamdulillah, this is our new office, our new studio. Our first guest in new studio is our regular, almost you could say co-host Abdul Hakim from Sunnah Remedies. Yeah, Sunnah Remedies, shout out. Guys. Guys, check out Sunnah Remedies. Check them out on Instagram, Sunnah_Remedies. Or you can go to the website, sunnahremedies.co.uk, and get your hijama done. They got hijama for brothers, they got hijama for sisters. It's a husband and wife team. And the sisters side is exclusive. In the sense that there's no brothers about, there's no males who are around at that time. And yeah, and same for the other way around. Guys, really and truly, Abdul Hakim doesn't need any intro because he's a regular on the podcast. What I will say, guys, is Freshly Grounded episode 100, we're going live, which means we're going to have a live studio audience. It's going to be our 100th episode, April 20th. It's going to be our live episode. Almost half of the seats are full, if not more than half. I'm not sure the exact number, but a lot of the seats are full. And guys, this arena, or not arena, subhanAllah, inshallah one day we can have an arena, but this theatre, the way it's set out is the chairs... The chairs are like proper in, like stapled in, yeah? It's not like one of those places where they can fit chairs in. So once it's sold out, it's sold out. And even if someone was to ask me, Faisal, can we please come to the event? I can't physically do it. It's not possible. Because the only other space is like the walkway, and obviously for health and safety, and also we're going to have some cameramen there. It's not going to be possible. So don't think to yourself, I'm going to book it last minute, or don't, book your tickets. It's only £10. Go to freshlygrounded.com/live. That's freshlygrounded.com/live. The event will be in central London, inshallah, so it'll be accessible to everyone. It's 5-minute walk from King's Cross St Pancras station. So there's no reason not to attend. It's going to be an amazing night. Abdul Hakim's going to be there. We've got the brothers Healthy Mindset, Muslim Bilal, Silverback AJ, Abdul Samad. We got Jibril. We're going to try and get Ilyas on there as well. So guys, please do come down. That's freshlygrounded.com/live. Do check it out. Lastly, guys, Qibla tours. Man, Hajj is around the corner. Before we know it, it's going to be Hajj period. And Hajj isn't cheap, so we have to start thinking about it in advance. This is probably the cheapest package I found. It's £4,695, I believe. You can head over to qiblatours.com or to 2019hajj.com. Go to Hajj with Ustad Yahya Arabi. Ustad Yahya Arabi will be going on that tour. So, guys, do check it out. And at least inquire. Chuck your details into that website. Someone will call you back, give you the details. You can start with just £1,000 as a deposit, and then you can pay the rest later or in installments. And so, guys, do check it out, man. Let's make the intention to go Hajj. Without any further ado, this is Freshly Grounded. We out.
And welcome to Freshly Grounded, the brand new podcast by best friends Faisal and Sam.
Huh?
I said welcome to Freshly Grounded.
No, after that bit.
The brand new podcast.
And after that bit?
But best friends, Faisal and Sam.
Really?
Yeah, so, bro, how's Morocco, man? Let's talk about Morocco, because you just came back from Morocco. I haven't seen you in months. I want to hear about it. So where did you go? Did you go to Tanja?
So we went to a few places. So
Okay.
we first landed in Fez, and we then went to Casablanca. And then after Casablanca, we went to Tangiers. Yep.
Is it called Tangiers?
Tanja.
Tanja.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds more like it, bro. Because what happened is, every Moroccan, yeah,
No.
when you speak to a Moroccan, yeah, this is what happens. You'll go, like, someone will be like, oh, Moroccan, and then you'll be like, oh, yeah, I went to Morocco. And they'll be like, oh, where did you go? And then you're like, oh, I went Marrakesh. And then their response is, oh, Marrakesh, subhanAllah, man, you need to go to Tanja.
Yeah, yo, Tanja.
Tanja. They're like, you need to go to Tanja, man. I'm like, well, so one of the brothers who helped us out here, like setting up our new office, his name is
Siraj.
You know him,
Yeah,
innit?
I know my brother
I know
Siraj.
you know Siraj because he's...
Siraj, my boy, he
Yeah,
comes
he's
to me
from-
on a regular
he's
basis.
from the
Siraj,
same-
shout out, Siraj. Listen, Siraj has got a cafe, inshallah, a portable coffee shop, inshallah, that's opening up. It's him and his friend's business. Brothers, I'm going to be there soon and I'm going to shout you out.
No way.
Yeah, wallahi, yeah.
Oh, I'm
mashallah.
going to go there, inshallah.
It's their
You didn't tell me
own...
about that.
No, mashallah, he's looking to start up very, very soon.
He's gonna be at Freshly Grounded episode 100 as well, inshallah.
Inshallah. No, he's a good brother, mashallah, man. Young buck, mashallah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. But so he said to you about Tanja, yeah?
Yeah, so he had the same response, bro. Like someone said to him, I'll be Marrakesh, and he was like, no, you need to go to Tanja.
Oh, Tanja's amazing. You know what? Morocco is it's a beautiful country, man. Tanja's one of those. You know what is? Morocco is one of those countries that, it's subhanAllah, it's amazing. It's got everything that you want, scenery wise. Weather. When I was there, bro, it was literally summer. If you think here's good, yeah. When I was in Morocco, it was like 25 degrees. When I came back and I felt cold. And people telling me, people in t-shirts.
I'm still trying to get comfortable. Sorry,
comfortable?
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Are you sure? Well, I'm just
people,
talking to the camera.
Nah, people are comfortable. People in t-shirts.
That's good. Yeah.
I just find it odd, like doing this whole speaking.
What, face to face?
Yeah.
It's up close and personal,
yeah,
isn't it?
Intimidating, innit?
Why is it intimidating? Am I intimidating?
No, you're the friendliest person to do this first episode with.
Alhamdulillah. So what with the camera, lights, action, the whole shebang?
Yeah.
MashaAllah, that's good stuff.
We have to try our best not to say akhi this that much in this episode, because last episode we filmed was obviously our episode with Noor, of our strong believers, and
I bet you someone commented.
People in the comments are like, well, the amount of times Faisal and Abdul Hakim say akhi.
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
But I got that habit from you, you know that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Bro, because I when I first met you, I started like chilling a lot with you, and then you're like,
what, do you still chill with me?
Akhi. Yeah, I know, but alhamdulillah, we get busy in it.
Yeah, I know.
Whereas before we was in the same area as you, etc.
No.
But yeah, man. Yeah. So when you go to Morocco, do you speak to them in Arabic?
I speak to them in Darija. So obviously in Morocco, or any other Arab country. So you have Fusha, which is you could say classical Arabic, and you have
أنا مسرور بلقائك.
وأنا أيضا وأنا كذلك إن شاء الله.
That's Fusha, right?
نعم, that's Fusha. Or you have,
and they laugh at you if you speak Fusha, innit?
Yes. I remember, subhanallah, because I used to live in Saudi, and you had some shopkeepers who were Egyptian or from different countries. And wallah, I used to speak to them in Fusha, and they would look at me and try to hold a straight face, because they would want to laugh.
Bro, when I was in Dubai, this is when I first started studying. Like, I don't even know if I started studying at that point. Like, this is how early it was. Yeah, it was about, I think it was 2017, maybe. Yeah. And so I'm in, and I'm chatting to a taxi driver. Now the taxi driver himself isn't an Arab, innit? He's like Bengali, but out there they learn the dialect.
They learn the dialect of the
UAE,
country.
Yeah.
No.
And so
the accent. Or
so he must have thought I was an Arab. So he started speaking to me in Arabic, and I was like, لا أتكلم العربية. He was like, he looked at me, he goes, Fusha.
Wow. So he was shocked himself.
He was shocked. Yeah. He was like, I don't speak Fusha. But me, that's all I know how to say, because I learned how to say.
That's how you learned, yeah.
I learned how to say. The first thing I ever learned how to say, the first thing I ever learned in Arabic was how to say I don't speak Arabic. But I learned it so like with the right accent and everything that people would look at me like I'm a joke.
Yeah, like you're trying to, like you're pulling their leg.
Yeah, like someone would be like, I don't speak English, mate. You know what I mean?
So they'll say that to you.
Yeah, but bro, don't you remember when we went to Saudi, bro?
I remember Saudi, yeah, but Dubai probably the same thing, innit?
But do you remember what happened in Saudi in the airport?
Yeah.
When I was in a bit of a mood.
That was awkward. I remember with the police guy with the...
Remember the police guy, but that guy who tried getting in the... No, not in the police, but in the airport when we were leaving.
In the queue?
In the queue, and we had our Zamzam with us, etc. And then there was a guy who was like trying to get in.
And you spoke to him?
And he said something to me, and I was always just, I must have like astaghfirullah, like in my mood, been like, أخي لا تكلم عربية, like stop chatting to me in Arabic.
And what did he say to you?
He looked at me vexed. I looked at you, and I was like, why are you so angry? And you go to me, bro, you said it in such an Arab way that he's looking at you like, don't try it with me right now. Because anyone in the airport is already stressed, and it like you were saying that it sounded almost like I was saying it in Arabic.
Yeah, because imagine, say for example, like you say to somebody, أنا لا أتكلم لغة أو لا أتكلم لغة العربية. So he's gonna look at you. He's gonna think, this guy's blatantly speaking Arabic, and he's telling me he's not speaking Arabic.
Yeah.
So obviously they'll probably think that you're taking, the mic or taking,
But how beautiful is the Arabic language, man? Like every time, like obviously, alhamdulillah, you're like what is the word, proficient.
I'll try
You're
my best
proficient
to
in
be.
it.
No.
But from someone who kind of learns new parts of it as he goes on, so beautiful, man, to learn like just that. Almost every word that comes out in Arabic it will have a root word, and you don't see that in
A
English.
masdar. We call it a masdar.
Yeah, and you don't see that in English. Whereas in English, like almost every word is different, and words
comes from a different
words
language.
are derived from different languages.
Yeah.
Whereas in Arabic, like you can hear a sentence and you could break it down to the point where you can understand the root of the entire sentence. Or you could say a word, and that word that you say is like a sentence, and you break it down, and you take the ends off, and you take the beginning off, and you can see the root word, and it's so beautiful when you understand. Like I was saying to the brothers, like a few weeks ago, I was saying to them last week, like how mad is it that all our life we're saying, for example, Bismillah, yeah, and we know that Bismillah means in the name of Allah, but only once you learn Arabic, akhi, and then you start using the word, you start using like bi, yeah, like for example, let's say I'm here bisiyara or something, yeah. Then so obviously I'm arrived by car, yeah. So when you use something like that, and you're like, hold on a second, I use bi in Bismillah as well, and then obviously you know Ism is name, and you're like, obviously Allah, it's like you're like. You have this eureka moment that you lot as Arabs probably are like, wow, get over it, because it's the most basic thing. But as a non-Arab, you think, wow, be ism Allah, oh, wow, in the name of Allah.
Because it's like, yeah, because it's
you
like a
start
revelation
putting
to
it
you.
together, because now you understand the different, like, the different parts of the word coming together now. And that only got put together when I was writing out stuff, and then I was like, Ustad, how do I say that I'm like, I come to the class by car, and he'd be like, Bisiyara. I'm like, so B means yeah. So I'm like, B, like Bismillah. And then like later, obviously, one of the first things you learn in Arabic is how to say like, what's your name? So like, Ism is name. And it's like, B Ismillah. And then one of the brothers, when I said that to one of the brothers yesterday, he goes, yeah, bro, now do Alhamdulillah. And I was like, Hamd. What's Hamd? I was like, praise. I was like, oh my gosh, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, so you start to join the dots.
Akhi,
You know what? Subhanallah, I was in Morocco, and I was in one of the lessons of Sheikh Saeed Al-Kamali.
Okay.
MashaAllah, Sheikh Saeed Al-Kamali or Al-Kumali, or however they pronounce it. He's one of the great giants of Morocco in terms of knowledge of Islam. And akhi, he broke down a few things in terms of the Arabic language. And it was amazing how, say for example, like he would say that in some parts of the Quran, you know, and the Quran, the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed it in Arabic. And with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wisdom, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, infinite wisdom. And for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reveal the final book, the final revelation in Arabic, it goes to show that this Arabic language is special and is safeguarded. And doesn't change. You know, if you look at many languages, if you look at a lot of the language, especially Latin, yeah, a lot of them, they change throughout time. But Arabic is the only language that is preserved, that you can't fiddle around with it, you can't mess around with it. Do you understand? And subhanallah, it's amazing, because even like you said about, you have the masdar, the root word, you have even, say for example, some pronouns that are hidden. وَوَجَدَكَ. If you go to the ayat before, يعني there's few ayats that are before وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًا فَهَدَى. There's few ayats before that the pronoun is taken away, but the mufassirin, they obviously the scholars of language, they say that there is a ka at the end. I'm trying to remember the ayat. وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًا فَهَدَى وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَاكَ ما ودعك ربك وما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى. So there's different types of, like, in terms of like the Arabic language, it's like a formula, it's like maths.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's like a formula, and it follows like that formula.
I remember someone said to me once that they were told that if you're good at maths, you'll be good at the Arabic language, and I can see why that's the case.
And not necessarily, akhi. You know what?
Because it is like a formula.
It is, but you know what?
I remember I said to one of the shuyukh here when I like a couple months back, I was trying to ask if he wanted a coffee, and I said to him, Sheikh Mahmoud. He said, yeah. I said, يريد القهوة? And he goes, yeah, and he goes, you're asking me if they want a coffee?
Yeah, so you have to give it inside. Yeah, you're supposed to
I was trying to get moving. Yeah, I said هل يريد القهوة? That's what I said.
You're supposed to هل تريد.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, man. But bro, yeah, it's amazing, man. But even though I'm at such a beginner level, bro, now that things are starting to get unlocked, I'm realizing the beauty in everything. So there's that poem that is amazing, bro. And now when you listen to it, you get emotional when you listen to it. It's the one by Masur Salami that's like, you know it. I'm gonna play it to you.
Show it to me.
But it's bro. Now when you start understanding words stuff without having to, then like it hits your heart differently.
No.
Differently, bro. Let me find it.
Yeah, this is one of his emotional ones. Subhanallah.
When you're singing it.
It's deep, akhi, man. Allah. Akhi, just the meaning. Start from the beginning. We can even break it down if you want.
Yeah, let's break it down.
So let's break it
know
down.
what? I don't even
Let's
know
try
how
to
much-
break it down.
I don't even know how much of it we're allowed to play because I heard there's like rules against it or something now. But
Why?
I don't know. Actually, I heard, but inshallah, it should be fine.
Go
Just-
on,
if the episode gets taken down, we'll just have to play about it. But
So pause that. So he said, I think this one was about Hajj when he was going to Hajj, I think. So he's saying that سأقبل, that he wants to go to Allah like on a new slate. Because obviously he's talking about his sins. Do you understand? And we all know that the Prophet ﷺ said that whoever's Hajj or whoever accepts, yani Hajj is accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is as if he goes away back like a newborn baby, like brand new with no sins in it. So obviously he's saying that سأقبل, oh Allah, I'm coming to you with trying to come with a new slate. Naam. As you want from me, oh my Lord, as you want from me, Ya Allah. Subhanallah. Pause that. So, oh Allah, wa arju, yani from the word raja, from I hope Allah that you can accept me. Rewind it. So. Subhanallah, he's talking about wanting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Jannah and more. And from you is more. I have disobeyed you. And you have, subhanallah, what's mad here? Obviously, it's deep, innit? It's deep because we all disobey Allah, innit? All of us, subhanallah, we all, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that kullu bani Adam khata, that every son of Adam is a sinner. All of us, akhi, all of us, from the beginning to the end. It doesn't matter who you are, your sheikh, your student of knowledge. You can be anybody you want to be, but all of us, akhi, at the end of the day, we're all sinners. We might have different ways that we sin. We might have different weaknesses that we sin, but all of us, akhi, are sinners, innit? وَخَيْرُ الْخَطَّائِينَ التَّوَّابِينَ. And the best of those who sin are the one who repent. Everyone, akhi, every single person on the face of this planet has a sin or has sins that they're shy for anybody to know. Do you understand? So, akhi, we should always go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and akhi, try our best to rectify our affairs. At the end of the day, we are human, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most forgiving. So carry on. So
he said there, after paradise and more, because you went off on a bit of a tangent there.
sorry.
You forgot to translate the line.
Pause.
I can make sins and you give me more chances.
Yeah, but I violated your laws, or I transgressed against you and against myself by committing sins, and you turn, you're not turned a blind eye, but you gave me chances. You gave me chances. فأمهلتني. Allah, pause that, akhi. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He covers us. He yasturna. Do you understand? And even anid, you know the word Arabic and anid means persistent and stubborn. Even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He conceals our faults and our sin. All of us, akhi. I don't care who it is. I don't care, akhi, if you're sheikh, if you're student of knowledge. You can be anybody. You can be any Tom, Dick and Harry on social media. All of us, akhi. that we all commit sins, we all have weaknesses, yeah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives us chances why to come back to Him, so we can fix our ways, akhi. And that's for every single one of us, akhi. Every one of us is on a journey, and life is very short, akhi. Sometimes we get caught up in a world, akhi, in dunya with work, and especially if you're not around good company, akhi, myself included, akhi, you start to just your iman it starts to wither away. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he say about iman? Iman is like a piece of clothing. If you don't renew it, it starts to wear out. It starts to, what happens to your clothing if you don't look after it? If you don't renew your clothes, it starts to get ripped.
Starts shrinking in the wash.
It starts shrinking in the wash, akhi. And this is your iman, akhi. That's why you have to always renew it, akhi, by dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La ilaha illallah, adhkar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he's saying, and you know what's mad, akhi? Wallahi, the concealment from Allah can come is two things, innit? It's either Allah is trying to conceal you until you go back to Him, or it can be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is allowing you to do your madness until khalas you die upon what you're on.
SubhanAllah.
So sometimes, akhi, we have to kind of, is wallahi, akhi, we're all in a struggle together, innit? Especially we live in a day and age and society, akhi, where vice is all around you, and you're always encouraged to do madness, innit? But then again, subhanallah, at the end of the day, we have a choice, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us that choice. And there's so many ways that you can avoid, subhanAllah, like being around good company, having a close relationship with the Quran. I'm sure Ustad Jamal spoke about it. So, akhi, the sitr of Allah, akhi, is something that we have to seriously, because imagine, akhi, if everybody knew each other's sins. Wallah, akhi, nobody would want to jam with anybody. Nobody would want to chill with no one, akhi. Because, akhi, everyone would be like, everyone, it's embarrassing, akhi. It's embarrassing, sah, for everybody to know, like, what you get up to, and and subhanAllah, from Allah's mercy is that He conceals our faults and our sins.
You know what? Someone was saying to this brother, yeah, I think there was a brother and his sister was speaking to him, and I found out about, basically the sister said, yeah, she goes, she has a little son, innit? Yeah, she has a little son, subhanAllah. And her son is in school, a small kid, I think he's in like year 1 or year 2, yeah. And the son goes to his mum, he goes, Mum, what religion are you? Yeah. Actually, this I'm telling you.
Subhanallah. So you know, like, from first hand.
Yeah. I'm not saying this is some anecdote from. Actually, she goes, Muslim, and he said, actually, this boy is like 5 years old. He goes, oh, but so and so in my school is Muslim, and she covers her hair. Oof. So how come you don't?
It's the fitrah,
bro. And then the brother the brother said that, you see how your son is asking you right now, why you don't cover your hair? Imagine Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah asking you, what religion are you? Imagine Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah saying to you, what religion are you? You say Muslim, and Allah is like, so why didn't you cover your hair?
That's imagine, that's your son. Imagine Allah.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's mad. That's what I said. It's mad. Like, imagine that. Man,
how embarrassed will you be?
But all of us, bro. I'm not talking just about the hijab. I'm talking
all of us, even
like all of us, man.
All
Sometimes
of us,
the sisters get it like double as hard because everyone's like onto them. But all of us, man, all of us.
No, all of us. You know what it is? I personally feel that maybe sisters get it more, because I'm gonna be real, akhi. In terms of sisters, akhi, you can obviously, because sisters, with a sister, you can visibly tell that she's Muslim, isn't it? If she wears the hijab, or and to be honest, akhi, there shouldn't be a difference. The brothers and sisters, should try their best to fear Allah in all aspects, innit?
That reminds me of a video I saw today. It was about this brother, and he's.
But we need to finish that, Sheikh. Is it long?
Oh yeah.
Is it long?
There's another minute and a bit.
Yeah, let's finish. I think it's very beneficial.
It's good. Okay, the second half is amazing.
Let me listen to it, inshallah. Subhanallah. So he's carrying on from saying that I commit sins, you conceal my sins, but he uses the word that I need. Yeah. Someone who is stubborn, someone who's persistent. Because why? Why Allah? Because لأنك رب غفور, because you are a forgiving and wadud. Did he say wadud? Yeah. Loving Lord. Wadud, subhanallah, loving. Subhanallah, merciful to every servant, merciful to all servants.
رحيم بكل الورى والعبيد سأقبل يا خالقي من جديد.
And then he says, "Oh Allah, I want to come to you on a new kind of slate."
مني إلهي
And he's basically repeating the chorus.
وأرجو إذا أنت تقبلني جنان الخلود.
Of course, Allah will accept him.
منك المزيد جنان الخلود.
I think that's just about it. Akhi, that's deep, man. That's deep.
There's more. There's a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bit here. There's a bit that got me. I don't know why it got me. But listen.
ومنك المزيد أتيتك يا خالقي باكيا.
Subhanallah, I came to you, my Lord, with tears in my eye, crying basically.
ومنك المزيد
I just.
أتيتك يا خالقي باكيا ودمع الأسى كل حين يزيد.
Subhanallah.
فقد قلت في الآي لا تقنطوا وإن تعف عني فذا يوم عيد.
Allah Akbar. Akhi,
What
this
ending,
that is the proper Eid, akhi. You know,
that is such a.
so he's saying
I want to
that
memorize that poem.
he's saying that the day that you forgive me, that indeed is the day of Eid.
Yom Eid. Oh,
Because many of us, akhi, look, Ramadan is coming. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
amazing
allow us
poem.
to reach Ramadan.
I mean,
So, akhi, many of us, when Ramadan comes, akhi, we have, the first month, akhi, the first couple of days, we're on it.
yeah.
But, akhi, to be persistent, akhi, throughout the whole month, worshipping Allah and, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for our sins. And then after that, after the 29 days, yeah, khalas, on the Eid, everyone starts, akhi, all of us, we all start disobeying Allah, doing things that are displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is not really Eid. The Eid is that you celebrate the worship of Allah by not disobeying the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you understand, akhi? That's what he's saying, that
Yeah,
the day
that
that
ending was amazing.
the day that you forgive me, that is the true day of celebration of
Yeah.
Eid. Do you understand? Because, akhi, imagine if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all of your sins, akhi,
You're
what
in.
more do you want, akhi?
You're in.
What more do you want?
You're in. You get the
Yeah,
pass.
that's it, akhi, man. And you know what it is, akhi? Sometimes, yeah, wallahi, I think we spoke about in a previous podcast where we said it's quality over quantity.
Okay.
Akhi, sometimes all Allah wants to see is that you're sincere. That's it, akhi. Because many of us, akhi, we're not sincere in it. Wallah, that's me, myself first and foremost. We're not sincere, akhi. What does Allah say in the Quran? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. On that day, what day, Allah? What day? What day is Allah talking about? The day of judgment. The day that when everyone dies and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring back everyone to life, like Allah brings back, you know what it is? Some people find it mad that how is Allah going to bring us back to life when we're going to be bones and dust? I'll just say, you know what, for me, subhanallah, this is a sign within itself. And I always say to my family, I see this is deep in it for me because I like to look and ponder about things in it. Like winter, like spring is just upon us, innit? So when you see in the winter, akhi, like everything is dead. There's no leaves, there's no flowers, there's no roses. Everything dies. Nothing is alive. But when spring comes, you start seeing flowers, you start seeing crop, you start seeing, fruits and vegetation and plantation. And that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala going to bring us back from the dead. They're saying if Allah can do that, you're nothing. Do you understand? And so think of it that way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring us back on the day of judgment. And Allah is saying that يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ. On that day, no wealth and no child or children shall benefit the individual. Because when they're in this world, we know that the money makes the world go round, innit? So, they say that, you can do anything as long as you have money. As long as you got money, you can do whatever you want. Do you understand? This is what they say, innit? So so the human being, they're gonna go with the mentality, you know what? Even the rich might say, you know what? No problem, I got money. I'm gonna give a bit of money to astaghfirullah. I'm just saying to you that because they still have that dunyawi mentality of that money can get them anything, can get them away with everything. They're thinking on Yawm al-Qiyamah they can still have that same mentality. No, the currency of Yawm al-Qiyamah is not money. It's not the dollar. It's not the euro. It's not the sterling. It's not the pound. You know, that the currency on that day is your good deeds and your sincerity. And Allah says, I know your children, akhi. Some people, subhanAllah, back in the days, the Arabs, they used to boast about having many sons and children and offspring. They used to come and look at my children. And you know, even up until now, you know, if you have a lot of children, it's something to be proud of, isn't it? You know, not just an Arab thing. So, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. Only the people the thing that's going to benefit you on that day is that if you come with a clean heart. How many of us, akhi, practicing brothers, wallahi, akhi, this is, you know, we have the beard, we have the thobe, we have everything, you have the whole attire, but how many of us can say that we have a sincere or a clean and sound heart? A good heart. إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. And the Prophet ﷺ, what did he say about the heart? Because akhi, nowadays we live in a day and age, akhi, and this is even amongst practicing brothers, people can criticize, we look at the aesthetics of people, you know, everyone's materialistic, everyone's, you know, they only care about what they wear. But we can even say that, you know what, that applies even amongst practicing people. Because nowadays, akhi, you see a sister in niqab, yeah, you assume, mashallah, tabarakallah. You see a brother in jilbab and a big lahya, you just go according to that. Like the deen has become very superficial, but the deen is, but then again, you might see a brother like myself, say, if I have a big lahya or I have a lahya and I look like a practicing brother, but my manners are bad. Like, I don't make you feel like my brother, or I don't make you feel welcoming, or like when you're around me, I'm not smiling, akhi. Like some brothers, they find it hard to smile, akhi. You understand? Or like just your akhlaq. So everything, please, no, don't. No, but as in, subhanAllah, the smile is sadaqah. But like your akhlaq, how do you carry yourself as a practicing brother? Just because it's about your heart as well. Nobody's denying that, you know, the deen, the lahya is a part of the religion, the hijab and the covering is a part of religion, but it's more than that. That's just the surface, you know, and it is deeper than that. Everyone's become very superficial. Do you understand? Say for example, like, you know, we have to be more than just the outward appearance.
Yeah, definitely.
We have to be, they say, substance, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and the Prophet ﷺ, what did he say in the hadith? ألا في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله. That indeed there is a flesh, there is a morsel in the body that إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله. That if it is sound, then the whole body will be sound. But if it is corrupt or if it is damaged, then the whole body will be corrupt. Do you understand? So, look, we have to strive our utmost best to, you know, purifying our intentions, making sure that our heart is clean, akhi. Sorry, Faisal, I went on a rant, man.
Nah, bro, it wouldn't be Abdul Hakim if you didn't, bro. And it wouldn't be a podcast either.
No, wallahi. Sorry, akhi.
No, bro, there's nothing to apologize for, man. I was just something else came to my mind when you were talking about that, and it was something I saw today, and it was you know, Ustad Asim Khan, he posted a thing. You
know, I started following him, mashallah, man. I didn't know he had Instagram.
He's funny on text, innit?
Yeah, it's Twitter, I think, innit?
I don't know.
No, mashallah.
He posted
May
this
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
picture,
preserve him, mashallah.
I mean,
I like his tafsir and his tadabbur of the Quran.
I've not heard it.
You should, akhi.
But I have. I follow him on Instagram, and it was really funny because I saw him. He was doing a talk at the Light Upon Light tour, which I was hosting. And so what happened is, at this venue that we were doing the event at on one of the dates, he came in and there was a screen where when the speakers are talking, they have a countdown and it tells them how long they've got. And so because this venue was a bit different to the other venues. The other venues didn't really have that. And so what I did is I introduced the speaker before him, and then I came down and I sat down next to him. So he was on the front row because he was going to speak next. So I said to myself, Stead, when you go up, there will be a screen in front of you and it will count down. It will tell you, this story is not even funny, akhi. It's only funny, so you had to be there. Basically, I said to him, there's a screen and then it's going to tell you like
how long you got.
And then he was like, all right, cool. And then what happened is that the producer from Iman Channel came out and he didn't know how he told about, and he goes, Ustad, when you go up there's a screen and then that will tell you. And like I think like by then like 2 or 3 people had basically told him the same thing. And then so as a joke I looked at him, I said, Ustad, just in case you forget, and I said it again. So it was funny at the time. He had to be there. But anyway,
did he find it funny? Yeah,
he found it funny because basically everyone was telling him the same
about
thing.
The screen.
He's like, I get it. It's a screen.
They don't want him to go on longer.
Yeah.
No,
but yeah, so this is what he said. He said, He goes, I remember we were sitting with Sheikh Abdullah al-Shanqiti and asked him about how his father was. Yeah. Sheikh Muhammad al-Amin al-Shanqiti. Yeah. And he said, my father treated our mother like she was a guest living in our home. And he goes, wallahi, I was blown away.
Yeah, that's
like
deep,
the way
man.
he would, that's like shows like how romantic his father was, and
Or just how he treated her.
how he treated. But obviously that's romantic, innit, bro? Like treating your wife good is not like. Obviously, treating
That
your wife
shouldn't
good
be
is
romantic.
No.
Faisal,
Obviously,
you're gonna
treating your
get
wife
in
good-
trouble.
Treating your wife good is as a standard, but I'm saying like he
Yeah.
obviously treating your wife good and then treating like a guest in your home.
It's something different.
Bro, it sounds different, doesn't it? By the way,
Yeah.
and it does make you think. But it always makes you think that the way these scholars and the people of knowledge, the way they word things, and also the way they explain things is different to the rest. And there's a beauty in how certain people can speak in a way that leaves you just thinking, man. And it's like a sunnah, innit? Because even the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One thing I remember is like, when someone told us that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was describing Umar ibn Khattab, he said that if there was to be a prophet after me, it would be Umar. Was it Umar ibn Khattab? It wasn't it?
No.
And obviously the scholars, when they spoke about this, they said he wasn't being literal, but it was like the way that the Arabs speak, they speak so poetically, is that he's trying to raise Umar in
His
a way
status.
so that the people are aware of how amazing Umar is, but not saying that he's
رضي الله
literally-
عنه
Yeah,
وأرضاهم أجمعين. All
right.
the Sahaba.
and exactly, and that's amazing, bro. It's so amazing how the way they word things is so beautiful, bro. And it would be so nice if we were able to do things in that way.
The Arabic language.
Yeah, it's true.
The
It's
Arabic
true. It's the
language.
Arabic language,
And the Prophet ﷺ was given something that was amazing as well. Jawami' al-Kalim. There where he would say one word that would encompass so many things, and it would just hit where it needs to get hit.
Yeah, man, it's amazing.
Jawami' al-Kalim, yani.
Subhanallah.
And that was given to him, sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
How amazing is it that with this religion, you can hear in any other part of life, if you hear things repeatedly, you get bored of it. But in a religion, till you die, bro, when you hear things, it always wakes you up
fresh.
and shakes you up. It's fresh. It's like how many there's various ahadith that people have said so many times. Like, for example, actions are judged by intentions or something like that, yeah. But it's almost like every time you hear the hadith, it's like you hear it fresh for the first time. Or you can take a different meaning for it depending on what you're going through in life. Amazing, bro. That's like one of
Even the
miracles.
Quran.
Yeah, even the Quran.
But akhi, what does Allah say in the Quran?
I don't know.
وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. وذكر, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a command. وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين. Verily remind. وذكر فإن الذكرى, for indeed the reminder benefits the believers. Because akhi, we always forget. And especially akhi, sometimes we become heedless, sometimes we become so busy with work and life. And naturally akhi, your iman goes down, and like, your iman goes down, and akhi, many other things go down, and it's just like when you always need reminders. That's why akhi, when you're around good people akhi, it helps you become a better person. Because akhi, we're weak. We're Bani Adam akhi, we're very weak akhi. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ always he even said in the hadith that al-mar'u ala dini khalilih, that the man or the person is on the religion of his friend. And that whatever your friends are on, you're gonna be on the same thing, innit? Sometimes akhi, people are like, nah, you know what, I used to roll with some boys akhi in Jahiliyyah, and I really want them to come to the path, but I need to roll with them, I need to jam with them, I need to hang around with them, so at least I can try to influence them. That's not the case. They're gonna influence you. Because why? Because they're the majority and you're the minority. And that's in any case akhi, unfortunately it's about a majority, innit? You know what I'm saying, akhi? Numbers win at the end of the day, innit? But especially in terms of influence.
Yeah, and in some cases you have to be selfish to yourself, and that's okay. A certain level of selfishness is okay. Just before I was speaking to you, I was speaking to a guy downstairs, and he has been wanting to take his shahada for years now. Yeah, and he believes and everything, but he just is struggling to take his shahada for years. And Sam knows of him, and mashallah, Sam's da'wah made a big effect on him. You know Sam and his da'wah, innit? Like the way he gives his da'wah.
Raw cut.
Yeah. It's just like he just gives you straight.
That's how it should be, akhi.
So I was just speaking to this brother downstairs now, and I said to him, he goes, one of the issues is my parents are like proper, I think Catholic. Yeah. It said it would be lock off like that. And I said to him, I said, bro, sometimes you got to be selfish in a way where, like, yes, our religion teaches us that even to our parents, we have to be the best,
Beautiful.
even if they are non-Muslim. Yeah. But I said, you have to be selfish sometimes in a way where you have to think, if I die tomorrow and I took my shahada, alhamdulillah, I died a
safe.
Muslim, innit? Yeah. But just because of your parents not taking your shahada, that's not really good enough. And also, like you can battle them things down the line. Take your shahada, and then you can think about things like, how am I going to speak to my parents about it and all that kind of stuff. But you know, not taking your shahada for that long. And the guy believes, bro. That's you know, and he's implemented things in his life that are you know, things that the Muslims are upon. Like there's certain things that are haram that he's made haram for himself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he hasn't taken that step to his shahada. So
Inshallah,
do you know what I
make it
said?
easy for him.
I mean, I said to him downstairs just now. I said he knows all the boys, everything. I said Sunnah Remedies is coming in. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know Sunnah Remedies. And I said, bro, look, we're here. Come upstairs if you want to come upstairs and see us. So inshallah, maybe off when we're done, maybe we'll just go
And check him out.
yeah,
inshallah.
just say hi to him. But it's a shame that this episode is gonna be such a short one, bro, because it's gonna be 1 hour max. Yeah, because I've got to go present on Iman channel tonight. It's my
I
first day
don't
back.
care.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
If it
care.
was up to you, you be here, keep me here.
I don't care.
You're gonna have to drop me. You're gonna have to drop me to my car. You know, my car's far up.
Where?
It's on this same
Don't
road.
worry,
but it's
akhi,
up there.
man. Don't worry, akhi, man. Don't worry, akhi. I got you, man. Iman channel can wait. You get me?
Bro, this is my first show back on Iman channel since Turkey. What happened is I went Turkey here, Istanbul,
Yeah.
and then I told them that I'm sorry,
How was it? How was Istanbul?
amazing, bro.
Akhi, I need to go Turkey, man.
Have you been?
Never. Me and my wife need to go as well, akhi, man.
Man.
It's nice, yeah? It's got a lot of history, akhi, there,
Bro,
innit?
it's got a lot of history, yeah, but I'm not into the history of that.
Why?
Okay, but
Hey, you better be careful, mate.
Shall I tell you something? Shall I tell you something about
Turkey,
bro?
Yeah.
The food,
That's amazing.
bro. I haven't been to any other countries. That's my top country so far for food.
Food,
Top-
more
top
than
country.
Dubai?
Yeah, top country.
More than Dubai?
Because you got to bear in mind, bro, Dubai is amazing, but that's because like everyone's built their stuff there, whereas Turkey has a bit of authenticity there. And bro, it's so cheap. So for example, we went to the Salt Bay restaurant.
Yeah.
But we went there, yeah, and me and my wife, we had a main, we had
Was Salt Bay there?
nah, actually we had a main, yeah, and then we had a dessert. We had tea. We went all in it, and bro, the meal came up to £30.
Serious?
All in, bro. And then everywhere we went, bro, the food is so cheap in Turkey compared to England, yeah. And
Turkey's a beautiful country.
where we stayed, opposite us was a really nice restaurant, and so they did like a Turkish breakfast stuff, bro. Like even an omelette was like £2.50. No, yeah, like £2.50.
That's cheap.
Bro, but we were having like big meals and spending maximum £15, bro. The Nusret restaurant, yeah, the Salt Bay one, that was our most expensive meal out there, £30, and that's like a high end restaurant out there, bro. We was going to really nice restaurants and spending £10-15, sometimes £8, and you're going all in, bro. You're having tea after, you're chilling, and you know in the culture, yeah, and you know in the culture, bro, it's like pretty much any culture outside of the UK, you find that the culture in restaurants is very relaxed, and the idea is that you're actually going for a whole night out and you relax there and they bring the food.
That's customer service.
And bro, you know the biggest country that happened to us in was in Morocco. Like we went to Morocco, yeah.
Pat, you hear that? Morocco, guys, Tangiers. So it's Morocco and Turkey, everyone. Morocco and Turkey summer 2K19.
The food
yeah?
in Turkey was, I have to say, the food in Turkey was amazing. I think
Nice,
my number one, bro. But what happened is when we went to Morocco, we went there and we hit up a restaurant and we ordered our food and the starters came, yeah, and then we ordered our mains and the mains came like an hour later, bro. I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah, because they want you to chill, innit?
Bro, an hour later the mains came. Then we ordered dessert, bro. And then like an hour later. So we've been in this restaurant for 3 hours. And so the first night I was a bit confused, but I thought, do you know what? This is a bad restaurant, innit? The food's good.
Customer
but a
service.
bad restaurant. But then the next night we went to another restaurant, same thing. So I said to the brothers, I said, what is this? And they said in Morocco, the culture is that when you go to a restaurant, you relax and you enjoy it. There's no rush. Like
Akhi, wallahi, they wallahi, you know what? On that, wallahi, obviously, like, you know, I went to Morocco, yeah. Akhi, the lifestyle there is amazing. Well, like if I could, akhi, I'd move there. Well, you know what it is? Imagine, here, like, or maybe, I don't know, akhi, where it is here, but you know how at London, everyone's fast, like, it's a fast.
But I like that fast.
Everyone's
pace.
fast and nah.
So
Akhi,
do
I
people,
don't, man.
But in Morocco,
everyone's chilled out. People are chilled out, bro.
But how do they do? But then how do
they
they
walk
make,
across the road, akhi, like they got nothing to do, bro.
But then how do they make money?
Akhi, bro, there's, alhamdulillah, akhi, they make, bro, there's businesses there. Obviously, look,
Do they make good money?
It depends what you do in it. Don't get me wrong, akhi. Morocco, obviously, like any other developing country, has got a lot of issues. But in terms of akhi, how it's developing, and a lot of things, there's a lot going on. Alhamdulillah, even like there's a lot of things that are improving.
I like the hustle and bustle, man. I can't be relaxed.
Yeah, there's a time for a hustle and bustle, akhi.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? You can hustle and you can have the hustle and bustle, but at the same time you can be relaxed. Do you understand, akhi? Like,
It's like you, innit?
I'll try to be.
Like, it's like you, Allahumma barik, Omar, Allahumma barik.
Which
Omar.
Omar? Your brother?
Yeah, he's relaxed.
Your
Bro,
brother.
hustle and bustle, but he'll maintain
But
it.
he on the surface he looks relaxed.
But on the surface, he looks so relaxed, yeah. But he has so many responsibilities. It's unbelievable. And bro, if I
He carries on his shoulder,
if I
innit?
took on just one of them, I'd have a breakdown.
Stress.
But he has no choice but to manage it. I remember he was speaking to me the other day. He said, "Bro, he said if I broke down right now, what would happen? Nothing." He said, "Nothing would happen." So I've gone past that. Like I have to be able to, like in the sense that because bro, he has, imagine a company where people's livelihoods are dependent upon him. Yeah.
After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
And then he's got obviously his family, and
That he has to
Allahumma barik,
support.
it's a big family. It's not just him and his wife anymore. He's got him, his wife, his
Yeah,
child,
mashallah.
inshallah, his second child,
Allahumma
like
barik, inshallah.
soon. And then
Can't wait.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
so,
uncle times 2?
Akhi, yeah, but like times 4 now. Something
Times 4
like,
obviously from
alhamdulillah, yeah. But and then all this other stuff, bro. Yeah. But he said you can't. When you get to that point, you realize that it's like you just have to be real with yourself and know that I've got all these responsibilities. I can't be like that, man. But I think that Allah, you know what I think of Allah? Do you know the idea that Allah, in the Quran, he says Allah doesn't burden us for more than it can bear. And Allah knows what people can handle, innit? And so when Allah I see certain traits in other people and I look at them like, I don't know, I couldn't handle that. But then that Allah didn't give me those things, probably because he knows that person can handle that.
And maybe they can't handle what you're going through.
Perhaps,
you know, exactly.
perhaps.
Everyone, like, you have to understand, yeah. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody is going to be like I said to you, not everybody's going to be a scholar. Not everybody's going to be a leader. Not everyone's going to be, a doctor. Not everyone's going to be a teacher. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us differently. Everyone has a different purpose. Everyone has a different role. Na'am, our primary purpose in life is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to please Him. But everyone has different roles, akhi. And what you can handle, other people can't handle. And what they can handle, you can't handle.
You know what? But the thing I sometimes find, I think about is that I know that everybody just in there, by their fitrah, but naturally everybody needs the deen in it. Everyone needs Allah, and the deen will save everyone's life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I think about myself and I know how erratic my personality is or and stuff like that, I think to myself that alhamdulillah, Allah opened my eyes up to the deen because I needed it. But I see other people who, I'm not saying they don't need the deen, yeah, but I see other people who probably perhaps aren't that conscious of the deen. And they're handling their business. I don't know what I'm trying to say because I don't want to say that people don't need the deen in it. That's not my point. But my point is, there's certain people you think, wow, you just need the deen in your life and you'll get fixed up. And then other people, obviously they need the deen in life and they get fixed up. But I feel like Allah knew that if I didn't, at that point, have my eyes open to the deen, then I don't know what I would have done, bro.
But you know what it is as well, akhi? Look, I'll give you an example. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know. I know.
But then I also know that people need the deen in different ways. And maybe I need the deen because my emotions are so erratic, whereas another person who looks like they're so stable, they need the deen because they're not good at dealing with their emotions, or they're not good at approaching their emotions. They completely the opposite, and they need that so they can have Allah to talk to. Maybe.
Yeah, but this is several. I'll give you an example. Yeah, the deen, it might help us with aspects of our life, but in reality, the deen is there for your salvation, for the akhirah. Do you understand, innit? You get
Yeah,
where I'm
I
coming
see what
from?
you mean. Yeah.
Do you understand? Because obviously at the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ghani, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is rich, innit? He don't need no one. He existed before us and he'll carry on to exist after us, innit? But it's I know where you're coming from, but I think that's more. I think what you're trying to explain is more to do with the person's character.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that how much it just straightens you up straight away. It's like whatever issues you have, the deen has an answer for it, and it straightens you up.
It's got
straight
solutions
away.
for everything.
Yeah, solutions and straightening you up. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. But yeah, man, it's very, very, very powerful. Very, very powerful.
It's deep, akhi, man. Because look, at the end of the day, yeah, for every problem, the deen has a solution in it. And some people say that, if your deen has a solution for something, yeah, does it even tell you how to go to the toilet? And it says, yeah, there's even etiquettes for us to go to the toilet. How we enter the toilet with our left foot, how we clean ourselves with our left hand, and you have istijmar, like, you know, wiping yourself with the tissue paper or stones, and then you have istinja, wiping yourself with water. So even akhi, down to even cleaning yourself after you relieve yourself, after you go to the toilet, our deen even teaches us something so private and something so minuscule that our deen even tells us what to do in that circumstance. What an amazing deen, akhi. Even when you wake up, what to do when you wake up. The Prophet ﷺ, one of the sunnahs of the Prophet ﷺ, that he would rub his eyes when he would wake up. You know, the dua as well. So, akhi, alhamdulillah, our deen has a solution for every problem. It's just sometimes we need to humble ourselves and look for the answer in it.
Yeah.
You know, what are you thinking though? What are you thinking? I see your mind going somewhere, man. Don't tell me Iman channel.
I'm not thinking about Iman channel. I'm just thinking about this concept of like being happy and content, and that just being a solution of like your heart being content. Like if you just think about Allah and you think Allah has got everything in control, Allah, my Lord is the most merciful, and my Lord loves me, then you naturally start feeling happy because you don't feel like Allah is trying to catch me out, or Allah is my
But that's
enemy.
what Allah says. You know in hadith, Ana inda dhanna abdi, that I am as my slave thinks of me.
Yeah, that recently is
That's
that
deep,
is that in the
It's
Quran or is that hadith
Qudsi.
Qudsi?
It's hadith
Oh,
Qudsi.
okay.
Ana inda dhanna abdi. Ana inda dhanna abdi. You know what
Because
is
I've told that to a few people recently, and I keep saying to them, I don't know if this is hadith Qudsi or Quran, but Allah says.
it's hadith Qudsi.
Okay.
But at the same time, akhi, what were you saying about before the
You know, sometimes like you can think to yourself like about Allah. Obviously, Allah's punishment is severe. We know
about
that.
contentment.
But,
About
yeah.
contentment. Yeah. You know what is, akhi? Wallahi, yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. The thief of every joy in your life is comparison. Wallahi,
Comparison
akhi.
to
When you start comparing your life and your circumstances to other people, you will never, ever attain happiness. Never. Why, akhi? Because we live in a day and age, akhi, where, look, akhi, like, there's people committing suicide, yeah? Like, kids committing suicide because they're thinking that their life is rubbish. Because they're comparing their life to, like, social influences that are, quote-unquote, living the life. And there's this huge kind of deception on social media or, like, whatever people kind of portray. And, akhi, like, people, akhi, wallahi, whenever you compare your life to anybody, or try to put yourself in competition with anybody, you're stealing away many things. You're taking away your contentment, you're taking away your happiness, and you're also taking away the enjoyment of that process of you doing what you need to do. Because success is a process. Do you understand? You know, success in the dunya and the akhirah is a process. You're not enjoying that process because why you're busy looking, but why does that person have that? Why can't I have that? Akhi, this is all rizq as well, the matter of provision. Maybe Allah hasn't written it for you now, but maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't written it for you, full stop. What are you going to do?
Yeah, there's this there was this book that I was reading, and he said that the way you can't control what happens, but you can control the way you react to it. And you can choose how you react to it, and who in their right mind would choose to feel unhappy. I was like, wow, that's very true. Like me feeling upset about situations because I've chosen to feel upset rather than happy about it. But why, like, what? It's not normal to choose to be unhappy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, very, very powerful.
But akhi, look, what the hadith say? You know what, akhi, all this contentment, the Prophet ﷺ is simple. What did the Prophet ﷺ say?
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
He said that do not look at the person who is above you. Look at the person who is beneath you. Why? Because akhi, when you look at someone who doesn't have a house, like when I went to Morocco, let me just give you an example, yeah? I went to Morocco and I saw a few things that were upsetting. Like, you know, and it really like kind of makes you grateful. Like, alhamdulillah, here we have the NHS. Here we have, like, say for example, a worst case scenario, like, you know, things don't work out for you in life and you fall flat on your face and you got no job, you got a benefit system. You know, and you're not gonna rely on that for your whole life. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, you should be more ambitious than that. But akhi, like when I went to Morocco, akhi, I saw little kids, like, you know, on the side road, akhi, orphans. I saw, like, say for example, like people living in poverty, akhi, people like, you know, they're struggling to make ends meet. Akhi, we're here, like, you know, alhamdulillah, living. You have at least a minimum 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day. You have a nice warm house. You have clothes that you wear. Like, akhi, we live like kings, bro. We should be thankful. Because but if imagine we're here and we're seeing, say for example, people in their Lamborghini. I'm not saying you don't strive to be successful. I'm not saying that. Be successful, but also be content with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. Because wallahi, if you compare yourself to everyone, you're gonna make yourself depressed, you're gonna make yourself sick, you're gonna make yourself mentally unstable, you're gonna make yourself, you know, you're gonna be an envious person, you're gonna be a bitter person, you're gonna be jealous, you're gonna have hasad towards everyone. And that stuff, you know, eats away at your Prophet, eats away at your good deeds as well. The same way that the fire eats away at wood.
Yeah. Fast,
akhi. But then again, akhi, look, be content. Even the Prophet ﷺ said, you know, kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharib. Be in this world as if you're a stranger. Akhi, when you're a traveler, or abiru sabil, like, or a traveler, when you're a traveler, akhi, like, you just need the necessities to get you by.
Yeah.
But when you're someone, akhi, who wants, you know, who's not living like a stranger, akhi, you're not going to be content. Even if I give you, akhi, like they say, the Prophet ﷺ said that the son of Adam, he will never be content. Even if you give him one mountain of gold, he want another mountain. The only thing that will content that will keep him content is when he basically eats dust, or when he's in the grave, when he dies. Do you understand, akhi? So we'll never, akhi, that's the nature of Bani Adam, innit? We always want more. You know, we always want more. We just, I don't know, akhi, Allah alam, man.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, akhi, that discussion happened off of me saying that the food was good in Turkey, you know.
Yeah, serious, akhi.
Alhamdulillah,
But, akhi, alhamdulillah, it's deep, innit? Deep stuff, man.
But yeah, so while I was there, I obviously told Imam Cham, I said I can't do the show on Wednesday because I'm going to be away for a week, and they were like, all right, fine. And so when I came back, I just didn't tell them that I was back. And so the next week, bless him, one of the brothers, Ibrahim, he hosts the show before mine, innit?
Ibrahim Atubi.
Yeah,
he's my boy.
What a beautiful brother.
I know him for a long time.
You know, he's jumping on the podcast, actually. I think next week, inshallah.
He should.
Bro, he's gonna be here soon, bro. I can't wait to have him.
He's a good brother, mashallah. I love his energy.
I'm seeing him tonight, bro. Me and him are hosting the show together tonight. I can't wait to see. I love his energy.
Yeah,
bro.
I love it. He's very upbeat.
I love that brother, man. I could talk about Ibrahim all day.
No, he's a good
I
brother.
love
mashallah.
Ibrahim.
No, I'm not.
Allah bless him.
Me and him go way back. Innit? Tell him.
it?
Ask him. Akhi.
Akhi, so we got
He
Ibrahim.
say Abdul Hakim is crazy.
I was speaking to him just now. So we've got Ibrahim on. Where's he from?
He's Moroccan.
Oh, he's Moroccan.
Yeah.
So we have him on.
Hashtag Morocco gang.
Inshallah, he's going to be on like next week or the week after.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got him on soon, inshallah.
He's a good
He
brother,
was meant to be on last week, and then I had to cancel on him because we were still making a studio.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was meant to actually be this episode, number 90 for whatever this is.
Well, can't wait for the 100th episode, guys.
Bro.
Yo, if you haven't bought your tickets,
please.
get buying.
Freshlygarnered.com.
Am I going to be there?
You're going to be there, akhi. You're going to be on stage, inshallah.
Inshallah. So I get that privilege to share with the brothers, yeah?
Yeah, but I think you're going to come on before them.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I'm going to have them on as like the main event.
Okay.
At the end. And then I want to have people like you, Omar, and stuff on before, because you guys are like kind of like the Freshly Garnered originals, innit? When you're on here,
I'm not a guest anymore. I'm not a guest, akhi, man.
Obviously, we try our best to treat you like a
Nah, I don't, akhi. I'm like you lot. I don't want to be treated as a
try.
guest, akhi, alhamdulillah, man. Nah, man.
But my point is this, yeah. So bless him, yeah. Ibrahim, he films the show before me, innit? I'm always late, bro. Imagine all day you're working on a Wednesday. Like I mentioned so many times before that my day starts at Fajr on a Wednesday, and I get home at 11 p.m. because I go to work, and after work I've got like today we're doing the podcast, and then after the podcast today I'm going to Iman channel and I'm hosting it. So imagine Ibrahim is the same for me. He's working all day and then he's hosting. And so for the last, so while I was in Turkey, he then would host his show, and then straight after
yours.
stay, and he'd host mine.
Oh my god.
So then when I came back and I didn't tell them, bless him, he done it again.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he done match. Well, I was here, I was available, but I just forgot to mention that I was back, and obviously they didn't like hit me up, so I just kind of like.
No, so you have to go today.
Okay, so today, they messaged me in it, so a lot yesterday, so I'm scheduled in today.
Inshallah.
But Ibrahim is actually scheduled in today as well, so we're gonna do it together, inshallah.
Inshallah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
I love spending
Give him
time
my
with him, man.
salam,
I will do,
inshallah.
inshallah. I
Give him
will.
my salam.
Bro, do you know what? Recently, I was working on a project, and Ibrahim, there was an opportunity for him to there was an opportunity for him to kind of jump on a project basically, and it basically just didn't work out. And may Allah bless him, he basically said, regardless, like anything you need, any help, advice, anything, I'm here. And that is so beautiful, bro, because when you see that people are willing to be there for you without any
Hesitation.
gain, without any gain though, they're not going to get
Nah,
anything for it.
Ibrahim is like that, Allah.
Yeah, and
He's
so-
like that, mashallah, man.
And do you know what? You can tell when someone says that, and there's a difference between when someone says, "Yo, if you need anything, I'm here."
I'll
and
tell
then,
you a story after.
and then when someone says, "If you need anything, I'm here," but you know you can see they mean it. Like, bro, if there's anything, I'm here. And Ibrahim seems like one of those guys, bro, that when he says it very sincerely, man. What's the story?
Basically, yeah, one brother.
Is it
he's
like
a-
Ibrahim?
No. It's about basically, you know how like people say, "Oh,
I'm here if you need me.
I'm here if you need me," or something like that. Yeah, basically, there was a story of some brother. Yeah, he was like to some guy, come." Like basically, he invited him for something, and he's like to him, "Oh, no, just come." And the brother was like, "Nah, jazakallah khair, just come." He's like, and then when he said yeah, the brother was like, "Oh, I was just joking."
Nah.
Yeah. So when you do say them things, say them from the
Heart.
heart, and actually try to mean them, innit?
Yeah.
Allahumma barik, akhi. So much notifications, akhi, man.
Nah, I'm keeping an eye on the time because I know you're gonna try and keep me.
What's the time?
down
What's the
here.
time?
It's 7:45. You know.
Akhi, come on, man. Akhi, come on.
I think I can push for 15 minutes at a stretch.
No, we can, akhi,
15
man.
minutes at a
No, we
stretch.
can. Also, yeah, akhi, we
Inshallah.
definitely can, man, inshallah. So what's the future? What does the future hold for
Bro,
Freshly
so-
Grounded and, yourself? I see, I'm interviewing you now. Someone told me, someone told me I should co-host, you know that?
The World Freshly Grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you basically are co-host, bro.
What about
But
Sam, akhi? We need to bring Sam on.
Sam, so Sam, right. So the situation with Sam, alhamdulillah, he's back.
A lot of people are asking about him.
He's back.
Yeah,
He's back.
alhamdulillah, man.
He was meant to be here. He was meant to be here for this week's episode. It's my fault that he isn't.
Is it?
Because I had a meeting this morning that I couldn't.
Everybody blame
Yeah.
him.
No, I had a meeting this morning that I couldn't cancel.
Yeah.
And then last minute it ended up not working out, and then so I could have done it, but it was too late. So no, but Sam's back. Like we're just trying to figure out timings and stuff.
Well,
but
I miss him. You know
he's
that.
in. Yeah, no.
Even when he came with Yusha Evans, I wanted to come just
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
salam
yeah.
to him.
bro, now we can do 4 people on the podcast now.
Akhi, I'm
We've
down,
increased the
man.
set, so
Yeah,
inshallah we can.
no.
I'm just gonna buy a fourth
I
one.
love talking with Sam, akhi, because I like the way like how he thinks and
Bro, inshallah, he's officially back. Like, before it was like
'Cause he
people
was
used to say
busy,
is Sam on the podcast. I used to say, look, I'm gonna see him. Inshallah, we'll discuss.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But he's back. Alhamdulillah, he's back. It's just that we haven't been able to make it happen. He was in Umrah. So he.
How
did
was it?
Amazing. He said it
How
was
did
amazing.
Nate? Mashallah,
Like,
Nate.
Nate said it. Bro,
Tell me, because
like-
I haven't seen him in it. What did he say?
Oh, he said.
Tell us
so
tell
much.
us, tell us, tell us, akhi, man. Come on, we're here.
Obviously, it's better hearing it from.
No, but obviously,
him,
but for him
Yeah,
as well.
for-
Obviously, I'm
so-
gonna speak to him, inshallah, but I want to hear it because you know, it's like I can't wait. Like, because obviously I saw a little bit of his Insta stories a little bit.
bro, he said that.
Like his first, like, did he tell you the first time he saw the Kaaba?
So that wasn't as big of an impact on him as it is for like some people who have been Muslim for a long time, because for him, it's not like all his life he's seen the Kaaba on like Islam channel when he's opening this fast. You know what I mean? So for him, it's, that bit wasn't as like powerful as it was maybe for other brothers.
no.
But for him, actually, he said he was just there. He was purity for 2 weeks. He was spending time with Sheikh. Do you know what Sheikh he was with?
Sheikh Shanqiti?
Nah, Sheikh. It begins with a Q.
Where is he from?
He's in Medina. I'll show you.
Sheikh with a Q.
Yeah, Qayruti or something.
Let me see.
I'll show you. Sheikh Asim
Al-Qurayshi.
al-Qaryuti.
Sheikh. Naam, yes.
So he spent a lot of time with him. He spent time with the brothers. But he just said it was amazing. He said it was amazing, bro. He was doing his Quran.
Sheikh Asim al-Qurayuti, نعم.
Yeah.
ما شاء الله.
A lot of it, man. He said it changed his life, basically.
ما شاء الله, man.
Yeah.
And what about Sam? How did he find it? Was it first Umrah for Sam?
No. Sam's done Umrah. Sam's done
Sam's done
Umrah. But yeah, Sam said it was amazing. He said they all say when they come back, they just miss it, obviously, innit?
Yeah.
But even when we went
out
when
of that rat race,
when we went and then we came back, like I was just constantly listening to Quran from Mecca, like
Banda.
specifically,
Yeah.
because I just man. But yeah, Nate loved it, bro. He was talking about it. What else did he say about it? He said that I said, what was your favorite bit? And he said, I think he said that he really liked Medina. I think he said that. He said the masjid in Medina was massive.
Just the vibe as
Yeah.
well. Everyone loves
I
Medina.
think he liked
subhanallah,
Medina a
man.
lot. And then in Mecca, he liked Mecca. Oh, he said that he really enjoyed climbing the mountain. They climbed one of the mountains, where you know the mountain where the cave of Hira is, I think.
MashaAllah.
Climbed that. Yeah, man. He really enjoyed it, man. He really enjoyed it. We
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to visit his house again, man.
Ameen.
Yeah, imagine, akhi. Remember Ramadan?
I know, man. Can you believe Ramadan is almost over again, bro?
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to reach it, akhi, man.
Ameen. And we were just last Ramadan just felt like yesterday we was in Saudi.
Yeah, time, akhi. This
That
is
was a
time,
testing time,
Yeah.
man. Subhanallah. You got to see the real Faisal.
Nah, man. Alhamdulillah, it wasn't bad. Wallah, it wasn't bad.
Akhi, it was
akhi.
bad.
No, it wasn't bad, akhi. We're human, akhi.
I don't like people traveling with me, actually, because they see the real version.
No, alhamdulillah, there was nothing bad. I just realized that alhamdulillah, we're human. Akhi, everyone trust me, akhi. Just because like you have something bad, I have something bad. Akhi, trust me, I didn't see it. Alhamdulillah, it wasn't bad, wallahi. Just you know is akhi. I think because you're still young, Allahumma barik, yeah. Even myself, I'm not sitting here like I'm some Miyagi or some guy that's full of wisdom and that's patient.
No, but you're older, bro. You're older.
No, but as in, I think, akhi, we all need patience.
Yeah, man.
Trust me, akhi. Even myself, akhi, I suffer with it. But it's because I've got kids.
Yeah.
I'm not like, akhi, I was selfish. Before I got married and stuff, akhi, I was selfish. I was very impatient. Akhi, but you know what? You go through stages in life, akhi, where you learn a lot about yourself, and it humbles you, innit? Because you unfortunately, akhi, it's mad, innit? Because it's we all have kind of an element of arrogance within us. Like we like to see ourselves, in a nice kind of we like to put ourselves on a nice little pedestal, innit? Like like ego trip, innit?
Yeah.
That like we like to paint a picture of ourselves, a nice picture, innit? But in reality, akhi, like it's not really a nice picture, innit?
Yeah,
do you understand?
true,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, akhi, shaitan, innit? Like it's an ego thing, innit? It's arrogance as well, innit? Sometimes, akhi, the most dangerous thing about arrogance, akhi, it can be like it's undetectable. It's something so small that can just creep in your heart, and you don't even know that it's there. Do you understand? But like that's how mad it is, akhi. But in reality, akhi, the real picture of you, akhi, we always need work in it on our character. And
It's true, akhi, man. It's true.
just to be someone that wants good for people and good for yourself, akhi. Do you understand? And you always develop, akhi. Always self-development is key, especially in matters of the deen and knowledge, akhi. Seeking knowledge and implementing it. So that's the hardest bit.
That's true.
Implementing what you've learned, akhi, innit? Because a lot of us can memorize many things, akhi, and learn many things, akhi, but do we implement it?
Winning the hearts.
Yeah, akhi, above. That's what
Sheikh Jamal.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's what he always
akhi.
says. Sheikh Jamal gives us
I
tarbiyah.
believe in that, akhi.
Whenever he
even-
gives us tarbiyah, he says you got to win the
Yeah.
hearts of the people.
Even in Sunnah Remedies, akhi, I personally believe that for me, akhi, like the most important thing for me, akhi, especially when trying to run Sunnah Remedies and trying to like work with people, akhi, for me it's not about winning people's wallets or winning people's money, akhi. For me it's about winning their heart, winning their mind.
That's what Sheikh Jamal says as well. He says you got to win the people's hearts.
Yeah,
You
and just
win
want
their
good for people, akhi, innit? Wallahi, akhi, you know what it is for me? Once you start conquering people's hearts, akhi, with love and with genuine care, akhi, wallahi, you're doing good.
I remember he teaches us like how to like
I need to phone him,
when you
Sheikh Jamal.
when you are like even when you're trying to, for example, let someone down, you win their heart when you let them down. Yeah,
It's
And
wisdom.
So akhi, so what happened is I remember I said to him the other day, I said, Sheikh, I want you to jump on Freshly Grounded soon. He goes, Faisal, you know for you I'll do anything. You know that, don't you? I said, Sheikh, I know.
He says that. He says that.
He goes, Faisal, you know for you I'll do anything. He said, but I don't know if I'll bring any benefit to Freshly
Yeah,
Grounded.
no, he'll bring
I said-
plenty of benefit.
I said,
brother.
Sheikh, you're trying to win my heart.
Yeah, what did he say to you?
I said, this is what you teach us.
yeah,
He was winning your heart.
Nah,
Okay, so
subhanallah.
now you catch on to. I said, Sheikh, you're trying to win my heart.
What
and
did he
let me
say to
down,
you? What
innit?
did he say to you? He's like laughing, yeah.
He started laughing. Bro. He's like, but he said, yeah. So inshallah, he's gonna jump on soon, bro. I
No,
said, you have
no,
to
Sheikh
win,
Jamal,
inshallah.
akhi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him.
Ameen, man. Man, Ameen. Bro, subhanallah, when such a ni'mah from Allah, akhi, the people that He puts in your life, bro, it's amazing, bro. Even yourself, bro. Like we were the brothers, bro. You know,
you're not allowed to do that.
You know, Omar was saying that he wants to carry on the Wednesday thing.
Inshallah,
Did he mention that? to you?
Yeah, he mentioned it. We need to.
So you're gonna come down? akhi?
Yeah.
You
But
on it?
yeah, from next week, inshallah.
Yeah.
We just arrange a time where
'Cause inshallah,
even the other brothers as well.
yeah.
So
But you never know, innit? We like.
But we need to. But you know what
yeah.
is we need to do it because
Well, we're
even
doing
when
this
he's
room.
busy, I still come and we still do it. Like so
But-
obviously because he's gonna be
Omar.
obviously no as in because his
Bro,
missus
yeah, but he was almost the first person to be like, bro, we need to get Abdul back in.
yeah no I'm
Always.
down I'm down
Alhamdulillah,
I'm down,
yeah,
I'm
we need
down,
to-
akhi. Man, it'll be good for myself anyway.
No.
It helps me as well.
Yeah, man, just a little reminder, innit?
Yeah أخي وذكر
office.
فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين.
You know what it is, bro? Sometimes, sometimes we talk about this as well in the office, and we say like, you get so caught up in the work, and you forget the whole
purpose why you're
of
doing what
life.
you're doing.
Yeah, because you actually forget the purpose of life, and that you're actually the reason you are on this planet is to serve Allah. And sometimes you get so caught up in your work, and you're so caught up in a project that you work like, bro, last couple weeks have been so stressful because we've been trying to move here. I've been doing that workshop, actually, so all my like energy has gone to that workshop, like make sure it's right, and you actually forget. You have to break it all down and say, okay, why are you doing a workshop? Okay, to teach other people, so I can actually also there's a financial gain, there's this, there's that, and you think, okay, why are you trying to get financial gain? Okay, I'm trying to get financial gain so I can look after myself, look after my family. Okay, why are you trying to look after yourself? Why are you trying to look after? And ultimately, you need to find that link as to why you're doing everything
To
and go
please Allah.
all the way back to pleasing Allah. And if ever you're doing something and you can't link it back to pleasing Allah, that's dangerous, isn't it? And bro, like. Even so that's what I was saying I speak to Owen about it the other day. I was saying like, we have to remind ourselves why we're doing everything. We can't get that caught up. And then a big reminder for us was when, like you mentioned, when we saw the brothers in Umrah, like Nay and Sam, and Omar just looked. We saw a clip from there, and Omar just looked at me. He said, "Bro, look at them over there, and me and you are here arguing over paint."
Yeah,
You know what I mean, bro?
That's putting things into perspective,
And
boy.
they out there like pouring their hearts out to Allah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because he
Bro? And
remembers when he was
obviously
there. That's why he remembers when he was.
yeah.
You know what?
And I said to him, obviously, everything
It's
has
deep
its time. Yeah.
and
So, but so obviously, not saying that it's wrong to choose what color paint, but we
You're
have to
still going on
remind
about the color of paint,
ourselves.
akhi. Let it go, bro.
You got it now. Look at it. It's black. Do you like it?
No, it's nice.
I really
mashallah,
like the
man.
black.
I really like it as well, mashallah, man.
Alhamdulillah, long work.
But yeah, it's deep, akhi, innit? Like this,
No.
bruv, this, you know what is, akhi? Mata'ul ghurur, akhi, innit? It's a deception, akhi.
You know what?
So hard, akhi, man.
Something that what's his name? Ilyas, yeah, said in a poem on Freshly Grounded.
Which Ilyas?
But I'll show you now. Ilyas Jibril's Baba.
What did he say?
Bro, he in one of his poems that he said something like,
Let me hear it. You recorded it, yeah?
it's
Let me
about
hear it?
it's the when he says about, I don't know when it is actually because it's like a long
What did he say?
clip, 6 minutes long, so I need to find. He says something like, wait, how do you find?
Arrows of clubbing in West End,
Let me find it.
scouting his next companion to fuel the oven filled with naked women and men. That Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam witnessed on the blessed
Oh, this one.
night, Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. But your night journey spent with Isra, it wasn't blessed, and you got tricked by the mirage of Shaitan.
How that's amazing wordplay, innit?
Yeah, the Mirage.
Bro, that's amazing wordplay.
It's
bro. I
deep,
love
akhi, because that's what it is, akhi. He said Mirage.
Chilling at
innit?
my cousin's flat. Her daughter's so adorable, I want one. The beginning of the end. Her baby daddy's out clubbing in West End, scouting his next companion to fuel the oven
Bro,
filled.
Ilyas, underrated. Bro, listen to
We
this.
need to
bro.
push him
Bro,
out there,
and
man.
bro, and he's just pure. He's just like saying, bro, listen to this, yeah. This is called Sister.
Sister, why is that abaya skin tight? Any man with the gift of sight could make out your shape on the darkest night.
Nah, no, okay, wait, hold on, let me just
You're only creating fitna in the dunya, just allow it, it's long.
wait.
Modesty is the quality with kids, where he drove off. When you told him, some brothers be moving like politicians. When you told him that you're pregnant,
Let me try and find it. I got the clip of it on my on the Fresh Guy on Instagram, so if it's time. By the way, bro, there's a Hajj package that Ustad Yahya is doing.
Hey.
Nah, it's not. It's not Ustad Yahya who's doing it, but he's going on it, and it's cheap. So I'm just saying to the people who are listening, that is. That's fine. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Yeah, here it is, bro. It's more so like that. What I like about it is the wordplay and stuff that he
Let me
uses.
see it.
sister, why cake your pretty face in Mac? In the name of the gram and the snap.
Yo.
When you lose your wudu, will you go get it back? Or will your contour not handle the splash?
Yo.
So your prayers get delayed and the time's not prayed until you touch down in the flat.
Okay, bro. I just
That's
really
deep.
like his
That's
wordplay,
deep,
bro.
yeah. Well, doesn't he put it on Instagram?
Bro, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna message him. I'm gonna ask him to come and perform at Fresh Guy 100.
You should, Akhi. But you know what? He should put his work on.
But he does a bit. But Bro, do you know what? These brothers, yeah, Allahum Barak, like.
They're busy.
Bro, he's not seeking fame. Ilyas, like,
Yeah.
bro,
But
if he wanted
even if you
look
write it
at-
down,
listen
even-
to how talented he is, bro. But I remember I was talking to him on an episode, and he just doesn't want the fame, bro. He's not
Akhi,
into
even if
that.
you write it down.
His personality, Allahumma Barak, is very sincere, and also, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Moeen Ali. When I spoke to Moeen Ali, and Moeen Ali was like, if I could do all of this and be at this level of cricket and be unknown, I would choose that in a second. He hates fame.
Because he's tasted it.
Yeah.
Once you taste something, Akhi, you realise, innit? Like,
One thing that Moeen Ali said to me, he hit me.
Akhi,
hard.
you know what?
Do
He said he's going to come to me after Ramadan or before Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah. You know what he said that hit me? He goes that when you become a famous Muslim, the sad thing about the Muslims is that all the Muslims think that you owe them something.
Why?
Because like you're famous Muslim in it, so then everyone's like, yo, you have to like come down to this thing, come down to that thing, come down to this charity event, and he said like, it's like I've been working for 3 weeks, and I finally got 2 days off. I'm not even gonna lie, I want to be with my family.
Yeah.
I don't want to come to your event and this, that, the other. But he said that they all, because you're like the public eye in the Muslim scene and you're practicing Muslim, like it's like you owe them something. But he said, I prefer to do my good deeds in private. I prefer to do my sadaqah in private.
I
But
agree with him.
because bro, sometimes it can be, I'm not saying this is what people have done, but it can be that even without knowing it, we're using like guilt tripping, what we shouldn't do, or like saying, bro, subhanallah, like you're in the Muslim scene, you're big like star, like why are you not using your name and your fame to like do khair? And that's a bit like rude, because it's
Blackmail,
like,
innit? Emotional
It's a
blackmail.
bit emotional blackmail. It's also a bit rude because like that's assuming that he's not doing any khair in it, or you know, bro, because
Or thinking that he's big-headed or arrogant,
but also
or he
you got-
likes himself.
Bro, and also you got to bear in mind, yeah, that there could be things that a brother is doing that is so much more beneficial for his iman that that you don't know of, innit? Like for example, he could be taking his money and privately paying off people's debts.
Yeah, you don't
know. And actually, you know what the reward is of paying someone's debt for them? Do you know what I mean, bro? A big reward, bro. Paying someone's debt for them. So imagine, you don't know, he might be going off paying off people's mortgages. I'm not saying he is, but look at that, and then imagine how bad you would feel that you said to him, subhanallah, you're not going to do nothing for the Muslims. Like, it's dangerous, bro.
It's emotional blackmail,
Bro,
in the name of the religion.
And also,
in the name of the religion.
And also, he said that I get 2 days. I've just got 2 days. I want to spend it with my family. I imagine the reward of giving attention and time to your mum, rather than like giving attention and time to other people who, of course, deserve it and etc. I'm not saying that that's bad, but your mother, bro, like you have to be able to.
Of
to
course
give
they
a
don't.
time
If it's your mum and if it's them, of course they don't deserve it. Your mum deserves it.
right. So
They don't deserve
but
nothing.
obviously, like I'm not. You're obviously people. I don't think he definitely wasn't saying it in a way where it's like everyone leave me alone. But when he puts it into perspective, it makes sense, bro. Because look how busy he is. When they go on tour, bro, he's on a bro. Sometimes
Where is he now?
I don't know, but bro, sometimes
They were playing against the West Indies. I remember. I just saw they were playing against England. They lost against the West Indies. Or so.
bro,
Yeah.
sometimes he's in Australia for like 6 months.
How come 6 months?
Because I don't know. I remember he said to me that he was trying to be straight for like 3 years, 6 months. I don't know. And I think at times like you can fly his family in and out, but it's still not the same, bro. Innit? It's not the same like being at home.
Yeah.
So you gotta imagine when you come home after that, like you just want to be with the family, man.
Yeah. It's long, akhi, man.
One of those genuine, sincere brothers.
May Allah make him better than we think, and rectifies his affairs. And
But yeah, like I said, Ilyas remind me of that because Ilyas got talent, man. Ilyas got talent, and he doesn't feel the need to push it out. Allahumma barik. Them brothers are blessed brothers. May Allah bless them.
Ameen, akhi, man.
Yeah, man. Having a good, strong bond with your brother is so important, man. Or with just generally with your family. Subhanallah, man.
Yeah, because many of us, akhi, we should have good bonds with our family members and our friends, innit? Especially our spouses, and because a lot of people, akhi, they're all kushti with their boys, akhi, but when it comes to their missus, oof.
Bro, I know, and people don't know that also there was this. Oh, bro, you be go, bro. Imagine because bro, this show is live, on Iman channel. So if I don't turn up, they have to go live without me. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Shall he go?
Bro, look at this.
Shall he not?
He posted this thing. Yeah, Ustad asked me. He said, someone goes to him, Salam Ustad, can you give me advice? My sister wears a lot of makeup and she's 18. When I tell her not to wear it, she gets upset and doesn't listen. What else can I do? She's an adult and I can't force her not to wear makeup, but as an older brother, I'm worried for her. Jazakallahu khair. First of all, look at the maturity of this brother who's asking the question. Like, he's saying that he cares for his sister, but he's also saying she's an adult, I can't force her.
So he's respecting her.
Sometimes, bro, people say, like, people don't think we're hikmah in it. Like, he's saying, look, I understand there's hikmah behind it. I know she's an adult, so I can't force her, but I'm worried about her. And with that, he said, this is a beautiful response. He goes, wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Try getting closer to her by taking her out, buying her nice things. Your aim should be to make her love Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This may automatically make her cut down on such things, or at least make your advice carry more weight in her eyes. SubhanAllah.
It's deep,
yeah.
man.
At the end of the day, you don't want to be the reason why she gets put off the deen. So try the most indirect and loving approach. Wallahu a'lam. May Allah make it easy.
Akhi, Sheikh Sa'id Kemli, he said, akhi, I'm going to put it up here and I'm going to translate it for you guys. Yeah,
do it.
It's deep, akhi.
This has to be the last point, bro. I'm getting scared.
Akhi, live life.
Bro, what do you mean, bro? I'm going to walk through the door. Like, Faisal, where are you?
Nah, I'm sure they're not like that.
Nah, but it's live. Live means live, bro. It goes live no matter what. If you're there or not.
Live.
Imagine they go, bro. Imagine they go live, bro.
Let them go live, akhi.
Imagine they go live and there's no one sat on that chair.
Nah, don't worry, akhi, man. I'm sure they can wait a little bit, akhi, man. You're the star of the show, bro. Akhi, let me just, akhi, it's deep. It's deep, akhi. Well, he talks about that, what he's scared of the most, akhi. I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up. So do you reckon, I can't even tell if the set looks good on camera. Basically, it looks good. This angle where we've got where it's like facing both of us.
Yeah.
That's gonna change, inshallah. So that's like the main shot, but we're gonna have like a camera facing just the guest.
Yeah.
And then a camera facing the host, and then it'll be like
yeah.
live editing, like switching between the cameras, inshallah. But right now, we haven't got it all finished.
Don't worry, habibi, man.
Yeah, man. I think it will look good, and I'm excited to edit it, color it up. Yeah, man.
Don't worry, habibi, man. Where is it, akhi, man? Basically, I need to bring it, akhi, man, because it's deep. Wallah, it's deep. Wallah, it's so deep, akhi. Are you going to edit this stuff or are you going to keep it on?
No, I'm going to keep it on, bro. This is the podcast.
Yo, it's like raw like that, yeah? Akhi,
how's the hijama going?
Alhamdulillah.
Oh my gosh, it's 8:04, bro.
Akhi, wallah, I need to bring this up.
Nah, bring it up. Bring it up. We just got to run to the other room, get my bag and cut. What's, oh man, yeah, because you're going home now, innit?
Yeah, I'll take you home. I'll take you, but if you want me, you got your car?
No, I got my car. Just drop me to my car, inshallah. My car's on this road, to be honest. I'm just being lazy, but how do you know what he said?
I do, but one second. Akhi, but you know what? The way that he says it is deep, akhi, man.
Yeah, I know that. Sometimes it's just
you
I'm the worst at articulating things.
No, I can't articulate
and
it.
sometimes I ruin like what someone said, which is so beautiful, by like trying to explain it.
Oh, 1 second.
I think I do that all the time.
No. You know what it is? It is so... It's so deep what he said, yeah. 1 second.
We were wondering, what did this sheikh say?
Yes!
You got it?
Okay. Akhi, this is deep. Listen, I'm using my hotspot, my internet data, you know. He says, do you know who I fear or who I'm afraid of in terms of like يعني over the deen. He says, do you know what causes people to run away from the religion of Allah? It's the people of Islam that cause the people to run away from Islam. The Muslims. The Muslims that don't pray. That commit, that fornicate, that do madness. They don't leave anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made haram except that they do it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made interest haram, they do interest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made drinking alcohol haram, they drink it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it haram to disobey your parents and be rude to them, they do it. These are the very people that make people run away from Islam and turn other people off Islam. He said that when people, you know, when you tell people that this is a sunnah, you know what they say? This is only a sunnah. Nearly finished.
Yeah, I seen that quote, you know.
They're like, don't worry, you can leave it. They belittle the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Who is it the sunnah of? Is it some sunnah of some normal Tom, Dick and Harry? No, it's the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. He was in Mecca, a French revert, very new to Islam. He's very new to Islam. You know what he says? Like, you know, now, subhanAllah, you have a lot of shabab, mashallah, who they think, mashallah, they're already students of knowledge. They started practicing yesterday. And he will say to you, do you listen to this sheikh, or do you listen to that sheikh, or what sheikh do you listen to? Or what manhaj are you upon? Or like, they start questioning like what you're on, innit? He's like, you don't even know. You don't even know how to speak or establish Arabic, and you're talking about these big things. Surah Al-Fatiha, that your salah, if you don't do it properly, it's not sound, and you're entering yourself into things that are not. You don't even need to worry about. Your boots are too small for them. This is bid'ah. No knowledge. No, we're not saying that bid'ah is not. No, bid'ah is bid'ah. But akhi, slow down a little bit. Akhi, wallah. Akhi, it's deep, man. Wallah, it's deep. Akhi, you know what it is? But this Sheikh Saeed Al-Kamli from Morocco, inshallah, we're going to try to bring him. If you're listening, Sheikh Saeed Al-Kamli, you got my number. Let's do this. Yeah. We can even bring him on Freshly Grounded, you know.
Let's do it.
Listen, you need to at him, put in Sheikh Saeed Al-Kamli on YouTube, inshallah. Yeah, but wallah, no, you know what, akhi? No, wallah, I love him for the sake of Allah, akhi, man. He's deep, mashallah. He's one of Sheikh Muhammad Walid Dodo Shinqiti's students. He's deep, akhi. But you know, I'd love to carry on, akhi. But I know you got a live show to go to. It's 8:10. What time is the show? 8:30.
No, I got to be brief. The show starts at 9.
Come on, man. You got 45. You got almost an hour, habibi, man.
Bro, it's a half an hour drive.
How long have we been recording?
And I've got to be brief. I meant to get it for 8:30.
How long have we been recording?
1 hour 25.
Yeah,
that's a good show.
Okay, khalas. Alright then.
It's a good show.
Alright, cool. You ready to wrap up?
Jazakallah khair. Yeah, that's it, man.
Sorry, brothers, for boring you and sisters, yeah, and friends, yeah, but it's got to be done sometimes.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair for coming down. Appreciate you appreciating the new set.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it and keep us sincere, and anything that we've said that's good is from Allah, and any mistakes that we've said or things that are not good is from ourselves and our nafs and shaitan. Jazakumullah khair. What episode is this now?
I don't know, akhi, like 93, 94, something. Alhamdulillah. Let's cut, akhi. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum.